Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Vincent. I collect toys, I display toys, I play with toys, I customize toys, and I like to review toys and post videos about toys. So if you like toys too, you're in the right spot. It's been a while since I posted a full-length video. I try to do them every week, but it's been 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks since I posted my last one. I still post a short every single day. So if you're following me here on YouTube or even on TikTok, you can find those shorts every day. So thank you so much for everyone that watches. And I'm still trying to come up with a cool name for my channel. I've had a few suggestions. Some came from my friend Doug over at All Things Star Wars Considered. If you love Star Wars figures like I do, new stuff, old stuff, dioramas, everything, then please check out Doug's channel. He's got great stuff he puts up every week. Um, and today I'm going to be talking about Chopper, my favorite character from New Star Wars. And I picked up this new Chopper in the Imperial Disguise, and I was going to do a video about him, just a short, but then I thought I'm going to compare him to this Chopper and that Chopper, and then the next thing I knew, I took out all my Choppers, and this is pretty much everything here. So I'm going to go through one by one, do a little review on each guy, do some comparisons. So if you want to see Choppers, modern style, retro style, cartoon style, everything, and you're in the right spot. So let's take a look. Now I'm starting things off with my first Chopper that I ever got. This is the Star Wars, the Black Series Chopper. I picked him up before I even knew who Chopper was really or anything about Rebels. I knew the show was on at the time, but I really just wanted a new droid to go with my Jabba's Palace because I love putting droids around him for kind of the droid dungeon recreation. But this guy is great. He's beautifully sculpted. He's a great scale. He's a little bit smaller than your R2-D2, and he just fits in perfectly with the other figures. So Chopper has some great articulation for what for how small he is. The wheel on the bottom goes in and out, and it actually wheels. His head rotates around. He's got arms inside his head that fold out that are articulated with a ball joint on the elbow. That's on both sides, so he can have him moving around, grabbing things. He moves at his shoulders here, then he moves here at the ankle as well, which is pretty cool. And finally, he's got this little arm that pops out, just like on R2. It's not articulated in the middle, but it looks really cool. Now, the only problem with this guy is he doesn't have the ball-jointed head like on the smaller figures in the in the vintage collection. So you lack that little adjustment where you can have him tilt his head, which is a bit of a shame. But for what he comes with, though, it's kind of worth it because he comes with some other cool stuff. Let me show you his accessories because it's pretty cool. So first up, he comes with an extra leg. If you remember the episode where he finally found a matching leg for his other leg, because Chopper's always had this leg that doesn't match, and you can take it off and put it on and have an inaccurate Chopper. I think also this was a great way so that if they ever want to do another Chopper type droid, they can have it with the right leg rather than having the wrong leg, because they do that on the with the Disney Choppers from the droid Build-A-Droid stuff. They've got the wrong leg on all of the ones that aren't Chopper, so it kind of makes it look like it is Chopper, even though it's like a rainbow color or zombie Chopper. Secondly, he has the wheel, like I said, but you can pop that off and put on this cool blasting effect. You can have your flying Chopper. And I know that looks cool as it is, but if you want to display him that way, you can put him on this awesome base that he comes with. And he kind of wobbles a little bit, but it just looks cool. It is not something they include on any other figures. I think this is the only time they've used this effect, but it looks great. Like it's really cool having him kind of fly up. It adds a bit of height, so you can have him next to some other 6-inch figures and not have him just on the ground. Now this one that I bought was in the original red and black packaging that all the toys used to have in the Black series, but they released them again a couple years later with all the rest of the Rebels crew on one of the new, more modern packaging. And it's pretty much the same figure. I don't think there's much of a difference in the paint. I know on the human characters, they did more of a photorealistic paint job. I think he might be a little bit different. The dirt marks are a bit different. They're in the same spot, they're just a different color. Like you can see here, they're like a darker color, and here they're more of a lighter color. Even his eyes are different on here a little bit, I think. It's a nice box. It's got some good artwork on there. And really, if you're looking for a 6-inch chopper, this is the only way to go. I don't think they ever made them in the die-cast Disney collection, which another line that has some nice droids in like the 6-7-inch scale. And the next chopper I picked up was the cool Star Wars Vintage Collection Asohka chopper. Seen here on his card back here with his really nice artwork. He comes with the little bomb, or was it like not a bomb, it was like a little tracking device that he threw. He's got the extra antenna, so you can have a tilted one or a straight one. The arms on his head, they don't fold in like on the 6-inch one, but they're still pretty cool. Now I ordered 2 of these. I only got one. I could never find it anywhere else. I was a little bit disappointed. I wanted to open one and keep one on card. I never did open this guy up, but I got the next best thing, which was this next chopper. This is the one that goes with the Ghost. It's the cartoon color. He comes in a 2-pack with Sabine Wren. I've got both of them open in my display downstairs, but I also have one I wanted to keep in the box just because it's so cool and it was exclusive to Pulse. So you can see on the back here that the packaging that he came with, he's got the same dish from the other version from the Vintage Collection, but he also comes with these 2 loaf cats, which is cool. They're just repaints of the ones that came with the deluxe Sabine from the Asohka line. And I mean, here you can see Sabine's got all of her paint, also like she's from the cartoon as well. So it's pretty cool. It's a really nice box with some nice artwork on the sides, and a really cool thing on the front with the Ghost. Now I do have the Ghost. I haven't taken it out of the box yet. I usually take my HasLabs out of the box and play with them for a bit, and then usually put them back in. I don't have that much room to display at the moment, but I haven't even opened this one up yet. So if you ever see my videos where I'm in my basement, and I have something on top of a giant cardboard box, that's the box I have it on top of. I'm using it kind of as a table now for when I review some stuff, do my what's in the boxes in the basement. But I'm going to get that open and do a video about that eventually. But I do have the second one open, so let's take a look at what he looks like open. Here is the Rebels paint chopper with the 2 loaf cats, and he looks great. I love the paint on this. It's very similar to the Asohka version, so I don't feel too bad not having that one on display because I kind of have a mixture. I have I don't have the characters from the Ghost open. I don't think I will open them, but I don't mind having them kind of mixed in with the 2, with Sabine and Chopper from the cartoon. So I think they look great. He's got all the same articulation as the other version. Like I said, on the 6-inch one, which didn't have the ball jointed neck, this one does. You can kind of move his head around and get some good poses. The arms do rotate, but they don't have any joints and they don't fold into the head. He's got the same articulation at the hips here. He's got the little arm that folds out in the chest. The wheel spins, but it falls off, so you got to be careful. It's not kind of anchored in there. It's just holding with friction. And he doesn't come with the extra blast effect or anything cool like that, but it's a great little figure. His antenna changes with the other, swaps out with the other version, so you can have either one. And he is really cool. The loaf cats, I will show you just because they came with him. They're the same ones that Sabine came with in the regular release, the deluxe edition. They move at the neck. They don't move anywhere else. There's a light brown and a dark brown one. So if you get the deluxe Sabine, you can have a third one. I think it's grayish color with like stripes, or yellowish and gray. So that's pretty cool. Now, what else do we have in Vintage Collection? There's one more. I started out the video. This is the one that kind of inspired me to make this video. I just got this one, Imperial Disguise Chopper, where Sabine had painted him to match the Imperial look with the blacks and whites and some red. Now, this guy's great, even if you don't like Rebels or you don't care about Chopper. I mean, just to have an extra little droid in your Imperial hallway or wherever you're displaying him, it's kind of fun for that reason as well. But if you love Chopper like me, you're going to want one of these guys, even though it's just a repaint, but it fits. Like, it's a repaint that makes sense because he got repainted a few times. It's a great artwork here. Look at that. Like, it's from the show, and then in the background you got a couple of stormtroopers. I don't know if that's supposed to be Kanan and Ezra in disguise. I don't remember the exact scene where this happened, but it's a great figure. It's too bad they don't do this in a 6-inch scale. It's an excuse to use the mold again. But he looks really excellent. And as I said, I've got him open. So take a look at that right here. Here we go. Same as the other one. He's got the same articulation, the ball jointed head, the arms that rotate, the two dishes for the head, the little arm that moves in the center, the ball on the wheel on the bottom. Looks pretty cool. It's a great figure. I'm happy to have him. And then we have one of the few retro collection figures that I did buy. It's not really my thing. I don't collect a lot of these. I was thinking of getting all the Jabba related characters, but then they started releasing them in 6-packs with characters I don't really care about, and the Gamorrean Guard in a pack of 6 with other guys, and I can't army build those, so I'm just gonna stick with Chopper for now, just because I love Chopper. This is great. He's got the it's a great new card. It's got he's got like the sticker on him instead of sculpted, so it does look like something that could have been made back in the 80s. The card back is pretty boring. It's just tons of languages, and yeah, this is a pain. I've said before how I work on retail packaging for a living, and yeah, whenever I have to work on something that has more than one language, 2 or 3 you can handle, but once you get to like 4, 5, 6, it's just a huge pain. I mean, look at all of this. So many languages. They still have to put a paper in the bottom with more languages on there because it's just too much to handle, and it really destroys the fun, the design. I mean, they had to put the Star Wars logo under the hang tab cut out there, so it just shows like there's no space for all of this. But legally, if they want to sell it in all these countries, you got to have it. So it's pretty cool. And I do have a second one open. Oops. So you can see him right here. Very basic figure, but I love him. He doesn't have any extra arms. He doesn't have any extra articulation in the head. He's got the neck that clicks like an old R2. He's got the shoulder joints, the sticker on the front and the back, and then he's got this little plug, which I really like, which they should have included on all of the old astromech droids. It's the wheel. It doesn't turn or anything, but you can plug it in, and if you take it out, you got the hole in the bottom. So you can have him just on 2 legs, like an old R2 if you want. And here is a Rebels version of Chopper. I missed out on all these Rebels toys when they were new. I remember seeing them in stores, and I wasn't into it, so I passed on all of them. And I regret it, because now I'm trying to track down at least the main Rebels crew, and I just need Zeb. I've got everyone else in this style from the main 6 characters. I'd love to get everyone that appeared in the show, all the other side characters, but I don't know if that's going to happen. They're pretty rare to find. Like, this guy for 15, like, it seems like it might be a lot, but I've never seen him again anywhere for more or less. Even loose, I don't see him at any toy shows I go to. I found a Zeb once, but the guy wanted $40 for it, and I couldn't pull the trigger on that. So I'm hoping to find one for under 20 to complete my crew. But this is a great looking figure. I don't think he's got any special articulation. I'm not sure if the arm pops out on the chest, but he does move at the neck and at the hips, and it's a fun looking little figure. It's great, really nice packaging, very stylized. At the time, they're doing some cool stuff with like the helmets and stuff, so I'm happy to have this. I think they released them in a few different ways, maybe in a 2-pack with someone else as well. But yeah, it's cool to have this guy. And wrapping up my Chopper collection, I have this guy, which is more of a figurine, not really an posable action figure. I don't know if anyone collected any of these Bounty figures. I got one just back in maybe 2020 just to get a little baby Yoda because it was so cute. But I never really kept up with this line. They used to be blind box, but now they're not. You can see who you're getting. I picked this guy up recently because I wanted my Chopper. And here he is, kind of perplexed looking Chopper with his arms in a cartoony pose, kind of scratching his head and on his hip there. Now, it's very basic paint, very basic design, but he looks really cool. Kind of cute looking. He's not articulated, even though it kind of looks like he might be, but nothing moves on him. It's just a fun, cool figure to have if you're a big Chopper fan. So that about wraps it up. These are all my Choppers. There are more Choppers. There's large buildable Lego Chopper. There's little Chopper minifigures. There's Chopper that comes with that micro fleet vehicle, so it's like a little tiny 1-inch Chopper. And then you've got There's like a bobblehead chopper. There's Funko Pop choppers. There's a big robotic chopper that moves around. You can control, but I'm not really into all that stuff. I'm happy just to have these choppers. My wife was in the other room listening to me record this, and she just said, "How many choppers do you have?" So it's like, yeah, I know I got quite a few. I mean, I've got way more of other characters. If you want me to do a Wolverine, Spider-Man, or a Chewbacca video, I would. I don't know if I could even find all of those in my garage and in my collection. Just there's just tons of them. But with Chopper, I thought it was more manageable. I know how many I've got. Nice little video, show them all off. So I just want to thank everyone for watching. If you're a fan, please like the video. Please subscribe if you want to see more. Like I said earlier, I try to post a full-length video every week. Or maybe every 2 weeks. It depends on how busy my life gets, but every day I post a short, ranging from Star Wars to Marvel to anything else I've got on hand. I love Simpsons and just 80s nostalgia. I'll do one on Mr. T, and another week I'll do something on something else from the 80s, ET or something like that. So there's just tons of stuff going on. I appreciate everyone who watched, everyone who comments, everyone who subscribes. And I'm having fun, and I really appreciate all the views. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.